All right, so my 5 suggestions to help you find the job that you want in HR. So, number 1, write your resume. I know that seems really basic, but it's amazing how many students don't have a resume, or they wait till the end of their academic experience to put it together. And a resume is a piece of art. And I know that sounds kind of trite, but you know what? You're going to put in all of the information about what you did, but it's not just what you did, it's what you accomplished. And sometimes coming up with those accomplishments, it's hard. And it's hard to script it in a way that really reflects who you are and where you want to go. So it's really important to start working on that resume early. And if you start working on it early, you can say, well, this is where I am and here's all my gaps. But you know what? That's where I want to go. And here's all the things that I need to do. And so it gives you time to make a plan so you can work ahead. All right. So number 2, know where you want to go. What job do you want? Now, if you don't know, and I hear this a lot, well, I'm interested in HR, but I really don't know what I want to do. Well, figure it out. You need to figure out what you want to do. Do you want to be a generalist? Do you want to be a specialist? Well, how do you figure that out? I mean, you don't have the job, right? Well, you can go out and get an internship. You can go out and talk to people, watch realistic job previews, look up jobs online and compare them and think, oh, this is what I'd like to do or this isn't what I'd like to do. Get a personality assessment or a strengths inventory and compare those with the different types of jobs. What attributes make this particular job something that people want to do, as opposed to, you know, this really needs to be an extrovert to be happy in this job, or an introvert would be happy in that one. So you think about recruiting. Extroverts typically like recruiting because you get to talk to people all the time. Whereas with comp and benefits, you're typically working on numbers, detail oriented. There is some people component to it, but it's definitely a lot more of an introvert job. So you really need to get out there and figure out what it is you want to do. Number 3, tell people what you want to do. So first you have to figure it out, and then you have to tell everybody, because if you think about it, about 50% of jobs in HR will go through networking. And if people don't know what you want to do, they can't say, oh, you know what? I heard about this job and I thought of you and you should apply for it. You would be great for this job. Well, having some type of contact with somebody and having them help you find those job opportunities, it takes telling people what it is you want to do. All right, number 4. Social media. I get so much pushback from students on this one because either they're not prepared to jump out into the job market, get prepared, or they want to wait till the end, or they just don't want to do it at all. But if you think about it, HR, where is all the talent? They're all over the place. We're recruiting actively, we're recruiting passively. Where does all that happen? It happens online, in social media. And so if you think about it, not only are you needing to network with people, but you need to get out there online to start apply for those other 50% of jobs that are available, right? And so if you're not applying or you don't have accounts online in LinkedIn and Facebook, where, let's see, recruiters, 87% of recruiters use LinkedIn, and 58% of recruiters use Facebook? And so if you're not on there, how can you demonstrate that you can find an applicant on social media? So you need to get those social media accounts built. You need to start developing a reputation, branding yourself, have your resume, have your social media accounts done. All right, number 5, think ahead, plan. Okay, so I know that goes back to number 1 with the resume, but as college students, you are working towards a degree. So you're spending that time to say, this is what I want to do. And if you plan ahead, because most of you are either getting your first career or you're transitioning into a new career, right? And so if you're planning ahead, you have time to start developing those skills, because most of you don't have those skills coming out of college. But if you are able to get an internship or a learning agreement where you can do something for somebody in exchange for just the opportunity to learn how to do it, then you can put that on your resume and you can demonstrate, not only do I have these skills, but I know that I want to work in HR. I know where I want to work in HR because I've tried it out. Okay, so those are my 5 suggestions to help you find a job in HR.